Bob Myers said into microphones, "We plan on keeping DAngelo Russell. We did not trade him to move him. That is not the plan." Nick, that's really the plan, though, isn't it?
That's the plan. That's the plan. If we're being real honest here, Mr. Jacoby, they didn't want to lose KD for nothing. And when you sign DAngelo Russell to a max, you hope that he can help bridge the gap while Klay Thompson's out. But there is no question that if he doesn't come out and score 25 and really fit in quickly with Steph and Draymond, they're going to look to move him in the future, and they're going to look to bring back some other guys who can help them. So Bob was just protecting a guy who hasn't even played a game for the Warriors yet. I understand the PR play, but the reality is that all along, Russell was a guy that they brought in so they didn't lose KD and felt like he just walked away. They have something now as an asset and potentially can flip him down the line.
Okay, we all kind of know that. And if I was Bob Myers, I would say the exact same thing. No shots at him whatsoever. I would say literally the exact same thing. But the next question is this. All right, if they are going to trade him, they'll give him some time. They'll feature him. They'll make sure that everybody knows he's a great player, still an all-star caliber player. They've got a pretty solidified backcourt for the next few years. What type of player do you think they would trade him for?
I don't even think they're sure right now.
Okay, I like the answer.
Truly, they're trying to figure that out as we speak. The fit with Steph and Klay and Russell, that remains to be seen in a major way because Steph and Klay are going to the Hall of Fame and they know exactly what they do for each other. But as far as that goes, Jacoby, you would think a big man who can score,
yes.
But those aren't easy to come by either. So I'm not sure what the answer is, but I am confident in knowing that they don't know what the answer is either in the moment.
That's fair. So if they do bring in a big man who can score, exactly who, let's not even get into that. That would be a little bit somebody on Draymond Green's corner. Now, Draymond Green has obviously played a key role. He does so much defensively for them and offensively for them. He plays in the locker room. You've been there. You know the impact that Draymond has in this organization. However, this is now a contract year for Draymond. And, of course, Klay being hurt is awful for the franchise. KD leaving is bad for the franchise. But it's low-key good for Draymond Green. Draymond Green is going to produce this year in a way that we haven't seen him produce in the last 2 or 3 years while KD's been on the team. If Draymond Green has the kind of year that I expect him to, high scoring, high assists, high rebounds, triple doubles, he's going to put himself in a position to say, I'm a max player. Do you think the Warriors will then pay him like a max player?
I do. Joe Lacob, the owner, is a huge fan of Draymond Green. He has helped create the culture internally for that whole group. But Jacoby, this right here is the biggest story that the Warriors have moving forward, and it's flown mostly under the radar at this point because Draymond wants all the money, and I don't blame him for that at all. And all those guys in that locker room, they know it's a contract year. They know what is on the line for him this season, and they've got to figure out as an organization how they're going to load manage potentially Draymond, how they're going to figure out how to put him in the right places to succeed, knowing that this year they really don't have that great of a chance to go and win a title and go to their 6th straight final. So I don't know exactly how that's going to fall out over time. What I do know is that Draymond is going to get all his money if he plays like he did during the postseason last year. And if it doesn't come from the Warriors, it's going to come from somewhere else.
See, I expect to see like 2015-16 Draymond, like where he sets the pick and everybody crashes to Steph and he gets the ball 16 feet from the basket and starts to operate and throws lobs and kicks it out to shooters or just like scores himself. Like I really have high expectations for Draymond Green this year. And I think we're going to see him sort of operate the offense in a way that we haven't seen him do for the past 3 years. Do you think that that'll be the case?
Yes. And on top of the money, this is the other key with Draymond. There is nothing that motivates this guy more than feeling like he and the rest of his team are disrespected. And going into this year, which I feel like is a gap year for the Warriors, Jacoby, Draymond is going to love the feeling that, you guys said we weren't good enough. You guys said we couldn't make it happen. These guys know how to win. Draymond is the leader of that core group, and he's going to find a way to play at his very, very best. There's so much riding on the line for him, and this is a team always that feels like it can play at a different level when everybody else is doubting them.
So you do expect the Warriors to pay Draymond Green a max contract at the end of this season.
Yeah. In the end,
Max deal.
When all is said and done, if he plays at that same level, and this is something else to point out, he lost a bunch of weight last year, and he was looking and feeling great at the end of that playoff run. If he stays in the same shape, if he elevates his leadership, if he becomes the guy that Steve Kerr and Bob Myers and the rest of that ownership group always felt like he could be, he will get his money from the Warriors because they know if they don't pay him, there's going to be a line of teams in a weak free agent class a summer from now that will do just that.
Exactly. A lot of things are breaking right for Draymond Green. I look forward to him performing this year. Now, I have a very quick question. You were with the Warriors all season long. Did they know all season that Kevin Durant was leaving? Be honest.
Yes. All year.
There was no question about it.
They knew for a long time. I think there was always hope that if they went to the finals one more time and they won it again and Kevin was the finals MVP for the third straight year, that they could say, do you really want to leave? Do you really want to leave what you have helped us build in the last couple seasons? But Jacoby, there is no question. From the moment training camp opened, when you talk to players, when you talk to coaches, they felt like Kevin was probably gone, and that only intensified in the last few months. When you talk to all these guys that are around him day to day, that you would think have the best read on him as a person, as a player, they didn't. And the only thing they felt for sure on was that he was probably gone at season's end. And I think it stunned everybody, even in that Warriors locker room, that it wasn't the Knicks. Because all along it was like, he's going to the Knicks, he's going to the Knicks. And then it was like, the Nets? But all along, they felt like that was it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.